Mississippi. That is the message that was given to us by the police OCISID headquarters. This is unfortunate, and here is my demand. The Commissioner of Police, here's our demand. The Commissioner of Police, Moscow, Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Sir, a call for justice and protection of Ogonni land. We, the concerned citizens of Ogonni land, are compelled to raise our voice against the growing wave of violence and insecurity perpetrated by Fulani herdsmen within our communities. The recent attack in Ogonni, Ebubu, Sogo, which have resulted in the tragic loss of our innocent lives, have pushed our collective patience to its limit. This act of aggression is unacceptable, or are unacceptable. We have endured enough, and we can no longer afford to stand by our people. We can no longer stand as our people is being murdered and the communities terrorized. Our demands. Immediately, we demand the immediate, unconditional departure of our Fulani herdsmen from Ogonni land.
Yes!
That continual presence pose a grave threat to the peace and security of our people.
Yes.
Now we call on the relevant authorities to take swift, decisive action to end the attacks on our communities and to prevent future occurrence. Yes. Justice and accountability. We demand justice.
Yes.
For the victims of these brutal assaults.
Yes.
To end the attacks on our communities and to prevent future occurrence. We demand justice for the victims of this brutal assault and accountability for those responsible to security and protection. We urge the government to strengthen security measures across Ogonni land to protect the lives, land, livelihoods of our people. Should this be ignored? I repeat, should this be ignored?
No!
And I repeat again, should this be ignored?
No!
We will left with no choice. We would left with no option but to defend ourselves.
Yes, sir!
It will be clearly stated, any further attack on the lands of the Ogonni people will no longer be reported to the Nigerian police and the security agencies.
Yes!
The people of Ogonni will resort to self-help and self-defense.
Yes!
We cannot continue. We cannot continue to fold our arms while our loved ones are slaughtered by strangers who have turned our land into a battleground. The safety and dignity of the Ogonni people are non-negotiable. Let this be a final warning to the police, to the security agencies. Enough is enough!
In the recent past, there has been nothing put in place to forestall several attacks on communities by the government. Not even the security operatives are seeing this as a potential threat to the existence of Nigeria, that a particular people or with vested interests being sponsored by those within the corridor of power has been alleged are continuing the onslaught against the indigenous people. Today, it had gotten to Ogonni land. Rivers State is on fire. Where is Wike and Asari Dokubo? Why have they failed to protect their own people? On several occasions, Asari Dokubo has admitted that he has been contracted to fight against the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and every other one who has the intention of seceding from Nigeria. The same Asari Dokubo allegedly has been involved in the forceful disappearances of Igbo youths. He even made it as a boast that by the time he's done with the Igbos, definitely they will have no place to call their own, or they will definitely be relegated on the background. That is quite unfortunate. In as much as this, some people might dismiss this as a mere threat, but the reality keeps staring at us.
What exactly is happening to youths?
Occasions. Today it has gotten to Ogonni land. The Fulani has laid siege on Ogoni people, and they are protesting to the Commissioner of Police. And from the video you just watched, you can see their protest, how the anger building up, and they have made an express submission and demand
that the police will rise
that have been under attack, severe attack by the Fulani terrorist group. That is quite unfortunate. But then, would police or the security operative has anything to do regarding this? Well, only time will tell. But from what we have seen, it is clear that even the security operatives are overwhelmed. This is beyond their capacity to contend. This is beyond their capacity to contend, because almost the entire region of this country under siege have been rounded up by this
people with sponsored by
allies for obvious reasons, possibly to take over the region because of its rich oil resources. That is sadly, some persons are not taking this as serious as
this case is. Today, as Salim Dokubo is on the run, Ogoni land
rounded up by the Fulanese. And the people are protesting, giving ultimatum that the Fulani people
should vacate. Fulani people henceforth should live in the interest of peace, that Ogoni land will no longer
absorb them. Ogoni land will no longer tolerate them. Ogoni land will no longer accommodate them for killing and spilling the blood, innocent blood of the indigenous people. Well, let's see how far this could be pushed. But that is the reality staring at us. As if that is not enough. We've seen in most recent time attacks in Abraka communities, but then Abraka community has to take things differently, unlike their counterparts in the Ogoni land, who came protesting, begging the police to protect them. Abraka people have decided to take their own defense into the terrorists, terrorizing their territory and communities. Yes, they can't afford to continue endless babbling, complaining, and the rest.
they have to fight.
As much as it will enable them to keep and protect their own community, their own women, children, young ones, elderly or aged ones, from this brutal assault, annihilation, or ethnic cleansing. The African people are being